Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I figured out the Reynard thing, so, let's talk to him real quick, and I'm going to...
As you performed so admirably last time.
He needs another item. Oops.
Now, pray.
It's a thing that we have, although I don't think we have it with us. He's asked for, after a miasmite.
Now.
Miasmite. Anyway, so last time, we did some fun stuff. We fought off a cockatrice that was attacking the city here, and because of how awesome and amazing we are, the Duke gave us a very specific task where he was going to, but then it turns out...
What will it be today?
I forgot what I was doing for a moment there. It turns out that Salvation, the leader of Salvation, has shown up in the north somewhere and is attacking an encampment. So we need to go check it out and see if we can put a stop to that guy.
Come again soon.
So that's our next story quest. However, before we do that... Uh-oh, where did Reynard go? Come back, Reynard. Please don't run away. Oh, if he left town, I'm going to be very sad. Okay, good. Phew.
Well,
So there are a few side quests that I want to take care of before we proceed to squash the leader of Salvation.
From the likes of you. In thanks, I offer a... Now, let us talk of business.
So the trick here is that you actually have to buy individual things from Reynard. You have to make like 10 individual purchases or something along those lines. Let's buy... I'm just buying some cheap stuff from him because it's cheap. I don't know exactly how many of these things I need to buy.
Now, pray, call again. Seems... Now, let us talk of...
Oh, do I have to buy them like this?
Now, pray.
Grr, I might have to stop and talk to him every time. Okay. No worries. So yeah, there's a few side quests that we have that I would like to accomplish here. Reynard is one of them. His find these rare items for me quests.
Now, let us...
I believe there's only one more
Now, pray.
level of his quest, one more round of assisting him.
Now, let us talk of...
The other important one will be back up in the castle, and we're going to take care of that here in a moment.
Now, pray, call...
Come on, Reynard.
Now.
We might have to wait until he goes to a new area or something. I don't know. I don't know the details of how he works, per se. I was just buying some random junk from him and
Now, let us...
and got the little question mark to pop up above his head. Also, I have changed my class again, so I'm a new vocation. This is the first of the hybrid vocation, so I'm going to be showing it off a bit in this video. It's pretty exciting. I am an assassin. Assassin is the hybrid of, okay, I guess just, this isn't gonna work, huh? Assassin is the hybrid of the fighter class, the starting fighter class, and the starting strider class. And as such, you can mix and match any combinations of sword, shield, daggers, or bow. Not quite any combination. You can have either daggers or sword, or like daggers or sword as your main weapon, and then either a bow or a shield as your secondary weapon. So right now I have a bow and a sword, and then he has a few unique skills. Although for the most part we're gonna have seen a lot of these. So five-fold flurry being where the archery skill where I just shoot a burst of 5 arrows. Mighty Bend where I just charge up and unleash a big powerful attack. Burst Strike is my charge forward stabby attack. Broad Cut is a swoop and a backwards jump. Intimate Strike is a new one. That is the only new skill I have right now. Bloop. Just a quick thrust attack that keeps you close to the enemy so you can follow up with other like combo hits and whatnot. There are some interesting augments and other interesting skills later. I also do have... If I go to my equipment real quick. I do have a set of daggers here with me, so that if I so desire, I can swap to daggers on the fly and be able to use those. Like if I want to climb on creatures, daggers are typically better to have than a big old beefy sword. So, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm not planning on playing as this class for too long, but it will be fun to get some new abilities and things. And I can't use like double jump or some of the other unique skills, so it's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none class. The biggest strength is that like their versatility, but their biggest weakness is that they can't really specialize in any one setup.
Thanks the Maker you yet live. I have not the words to apologize for your suffering.
So Mirabelle is the handmaiden to Eleanor, the Duchess.
The Duke was furious at the news of our actions, as I'm sure you might imagine.
If you recall, she invited us up to the clandestine nighttime meeting where the Duke showed up and almost strangled his wife. So that was kind of creepy and weird, and it resulted in us being locked in the dungeon. So
in his rage, he banished my Lady Eleanor to the lonely northern lands.
See, and Eleanor has been banished to the north.
Now she fears her husband will have her killed. Her very life is in jeopardy, Arisen. We must take our next move before his. We plan to flee and seek refuge in our native Meloir. Please, Arisen, make for the manse and find the Duchess, else she find an assassin's blade. Rescue her. I have a set of soldiers' equipment I stole away for you. Where to enter the manse without attracting the attentions of the guard. Please, Arisen, I beg of you, make for the northern manse with all speed.
And that's going to be the other interesting side quest that I want to accomplish. So, if you remember, we assisted Valmiro and gave him some stuff so that he set off and could leave town. And we're going to help the Duchess so that she can leave town. Reynard, if we finish his quest, he will leave town. For the story mission, we assisted Mercedes, and she left town. Like, that's kind of the theme of this. Not quite final, but we're getting close to fighting the dragon. But kind of as things go on, the chaos being sown by the dragon is driving people to leave, and that is a very important theme for the game here. Which is neat. I like that. Also, I don't know that I've actually mentioned this, but there's all sorts of stuff in the pause menu here. We've seen the quest menu, we've seen the map, we've seen the equipment. Status, I may have shown that off a couple times, just where you can get a quick look at your pawns and your skills and your pawn skills and that sort of thing. I can look and see like, oh, Lucy is Nexus and Scather. I don't want her to be Nexus, so I need to get rid of that. That sort of thing. History is a history of recent conversations. Tutorial stuff will show up here. I have the tutorial turned off, so I don't care. You can see your recent pawns that you've used. Is that all of them? That might be all of them that I've used. I don't think so. I feel like there are a few that are missing here, but anyway. Overall adventure log, so you can see how many escort requests I've done, how many times I've given gifts, how many people have maximum affinity for me. Which is weird. I'm not sure why there's 4. There should only be 1. That's odd. How many times I've died, how many times I've been put in jail, how many times I've enhanced my items, how many times I've used fairy stones, wake stones, blah, 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 blah. All sorts of interesting stuff. Times taken by the brine, 1. Times completed the game, because there is New Game Plus, so you can keep going with the game, which I have every intention of doing. But the pawn log is where you can see things that your pawns are saying. So, good if, they're talking about an enemy and something interesting popped up and maybe you missed the message or you didn't quite hear what they said. You could quickly check here and see what it was. Also, there's a chronicle, and the chronicle stores just kind of what's going on with the game. So, this tracks kind of the story mission and like your personal thoughts as a character, what's going on. So an urgent missive sends you to a way castle. What transpires there? A sense of dread weighs on your every step like a great anchor. You can't believe you fell for such a ruse. Now a giant monster runs amok in the capital. This rampage is most certainly the work of Salvation, a cult that puts chaos upon an altar. You must make haste and annihilate this menace so that peace may return to Grand Soren, and so on and so on. And then, Duke Edmund's sending us to the Great Wall to annihilate the cultists. That keeps track of your story stuff, so you can know what's going on. And one of the themes from not long ago, it does talk about, what the heck, let's just pull it up. It's like 19 or something like this. Here we go. As you perform duties as Arisen, you cannot help but witness the chaos the dragon has visited upon the people of Grancis. Some are lost to fear the worm, others worship it, the Elysian and salvation among them. The dragon's overwhelming might has bred a madness that must not stand. So the chaos and kind of forcing people to flee is a strong theme of this part of the game. So that's fun. And a lot of these characters are kind of leaving the game as they leave the country of Grandsis when we help them with their quests. A lot of these named kind of important NPCs. So, yeah, so we're going to add Eleanor to that list. We're going to go assist her up in the Blighted Mansion up north. The Blighted Manse. However, first we have to get there, and that might be a bit tricky because I think we saw a griffin flying around earlier when I was wandering around in a previous video. I believe that griffins and things can just show up now. Although I don't think they're going to be super common. And I kind of want to fight some creatures and whatnot also, just to show off some of my skills. Although, as mentioned before, you know, I'm a level 1 assassin, so I don't have anything super amazing. I'm keeping, like, 5-fold flurry instead of the triple flurry because I upgraded that skill as a previous class. So I get to keep the upgrade. Yes. There's definitely a griffin up there. Is it going to show up down here? Is it going to come fight? That would be a fun fight. Where are you at, Mr. Griffin? Come on. Ah ha 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 ha! Yep.
Do not allow it light.
So if I hang on it, it's gonna have a hard time flying off, which is a pretty good strategy if you don't want it to escape. At least get it to kind of flop around here with us, myself and my pawn hang off it. I can't do much in the way of damage. I am losing a lot of stamina from hanging on to this thing, as it kind of bucks and tries to throw us off. But if Lucy can actually cast her fire spell, get some meteors falling from the sky, this will be fantastic. I'm hoping that she does that. Please, Lucy? Please, fireballs? Oh, she's doing fire enchantments, it looks like. Jeez. This is why it's good to have lots of stamina recovery when you're fighting these larger creatures. Come on, people.
Strike! Before it flies high!
Alright, I'm gonna fall off of that thing. They can fly away and end the fight. He might be coming around for another dive bomb attack, though.
Stray from the road and you'll soon find
Yeah,
monsters.
here we go. Attack, please.
Very well.
Dang it.
Now, strike the wings!
I'm irritated that Lucy is apparently no longer a skater. I would much rather have her be a skater than anything else, so we might need to deal with that.
Take my fire!
Thank you. If we can light its wings on fire, it won't be able to fly. There we go. There we go. I am going to switch over to my daggers. Again, the big strength of being an assassin now, so that I can switch my weapons around. These are the kunai. They are normally shadow element. I should still have my fire enchantment on them, I believe. Yeah, from Lucy. So this will be good, and now I can just climb up on this thing's head and just wail on it with fire attacks. keep it ignited, hopefully. Prevent it from running off. 100 Kisses is a fantastic skill that you can use when you're hanging from creatures. I know I mentioned that before a bunch in the past. But it's really, really good for these sorts of battles where you just want to climb on something and beat the crap out of it. Now, if I can light its wings on fire again, it won't be able to fly off the thing. Oh, there we go, a meteor strike. That's exactly what I wanted. About freaking time, Lucy. I don't want Ninnymuggins to have an ambrosial meat. He will eat it. I don't want that to happen. Cool, griffin pinions. Ambrosial meat. Awesome. Yeah, so that was fun. I do like taking those things down. I think they're a lot of fun. So Reynard, we're going to do... I also picked up a quest to kill 3 gargoyles. It was just on a notice board. Duchess in distress.
The man flies
So
this way. Let us make haste.
we need to go very north. I don't believe we actually have it on our... Oops. Map. There we go. I don't think... Yeah, it's just north of what we have discovered on our map so far. So that's okay. And I am going to... We're going to Fairy Stone up to our healing spring here. This will give me a chance to recover because I took a bit of a pounding from that Griffin with its dive bomb attacks. And then I do want to switch back to the sword. I've been using daggers a lot. It'll be fun to do something a little bit different. I just wanted the daggers for that fight against the Griffin. Now, I'm not going to be super effective with the sword just on its own because I don't have very high physical attack. I've been focusing almost all my efforts on cranking up my magic attacks. So my kunai I do fine with, the daggers, because they are enchanted. They do dark damage, which is based on your magic attack. However, this bastard sword is just straight up physical damage, and my physical damage is somewhat lacking. Which is okay. I don't need a ton of physical damage for the stuff that we're going to be fighting here. Dire wolves, we fought these guys a million years ago, so they're nothing new. See, not that big of a threat. Although I did still have a fire enchantment on my weapon. Yeah, see? So that was all. I'm not going to fight a lot of these creatures. I'm just going to kind of blow through this area relatively quickly. No need to fight hard. Ooh, Chimera, though. We will fight that. So Hobgoblin Tactics. Which we already... All my pawns already know that, so it won't let me actually use it. That's why use is grayed out. There's nothing new for us to learn. I'm going to eat the last of my 2 mushrooms there, and we're going to deal with this Chimera. If I can climb on it, please.
I'll hold the serpent steel.
Come on. Oh, well, I wanted the snake, not the lion's head. I'll attack the goat while, who's that, Mildred tries to attack the snake. Yeah, she got the snake's head. So that's good. The goat is not usually much trouble to bring down once the snake's done. Also, my party is much stronger than these chimeras, so this isn't going to be a huge problem at all. You can see it's already almost dead. Alright, the goat's done. Looks like we killed a harpy in that little exchange as well. Oh, that roar is irritating. Alright, going to deal with these goblins real quick because I do have a fire weapon. They're pretty easy to bring down. Oh, come on. Alright, Mara's almost done. Lucy's going to summon a fireball here in just a moment, I believe. Yeah, come on, meteors. So, there we go. I love that attack. I don't know if I can say that enough. Okay, so now we looted its corpse. I think we're good here. Those are always fun. I do like fighting the bigger monsters. I think those are the more fun, much more interesting fights. Wolves and harpies and whatnot, not a big deal. I want to fight like a hydra or something. Like an actual fight against a hydra. I think those are fun to fight as well. Okie dokie, here we are, Hill Figure Null. We are going to keep running north. A lot more snow harpies around here. I think we can just blow past them, though. I really am going to need to restock on mushrooms and other stamina recovery items. So I will be keeping an eye out for those. There are a bunch of chests in here, so I am going to go ahead and kill these bandits. That quick thrust attack, by the way, I'll use it again here in a moment. Right here. Boom. Not that. It's tough to hit these guys. Oh, here, I'll do it on this guy. This is my new attack, Intimate Strike. Right there, and then pull it back out, and you kind of pull them towards you. So you do a thrust attack, and then you pull the sword out, and you pull the enemy towards you when you do that. So you can keep them close and hit them with a lot of follow-up attacks, which is nice. Alright. Just bandits, nothing we haven't seen a million times in the past. Yeah, I do like that Intimate Strike attack. I think it's a lot of fun. Okie dokie. Chests. Fancy gilded chest. Guardian's Hood. Useless piece of armor. Bandit's Mask. Useless piece of armor. And Interventive. A not useless curative. That was fun. Ha. On mushrooms.
Perhaps we might harvest aught from them.
I really do like mushrooms because they don't spoil, they don't go bad. So you can hang on to them forever and ever and ever and not really have to worry about them rotting or anything like that. Which is the problem that you have with meat and a lot of other items in the game. So that is the Blighted Manse, the Duke's Mansion. His northern estate. Now, we're not going to head in there just yet. I'm going to explore around the area a little bit. Leave my pawns to deal with those stupid dire wolves. I believe, yeah, just going to be a bunch of dire wolves and whatnot up here. So that's a big dire wolf.
Watch for their lunges.
It's kind of fun fighting with the sword again. Veteran's Parry. That's new. There we go. A few Sour Scrags a beast. Those will actually be great for stamina recovery. I gotta remember to use them before they rot, though. Ha! There we go. Stupid deer. There's a healing spring up here. There are a few of them scattered throughout the world. We have encountered a few of them. There's one right here, though, so this is nice. This might be a good place for a, like a port crystal or something. Although, I don't think we're going to be going into the Duke's mansion too many more times. By which I mean, I don't think we're going to be going in there more at all. There are some... Ooh, Seeker's Token. That might give me 20. Ooh, that's very exciting. There are some tough, possibly unique enemies in there. Unique in the sense that, like, they are uncommon in the game, but they are, you know, this is one of the few areas where they show up. What's up here? Bird's nest. An egg in it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and slide down. Ah, there's another chimera right there, off in the distance. And now this, I believe, is the back entrance.
Chimera is the real.
Oh, chimera. Thank you for screwing up my camera. This is going to be the back entrance to the Duke's mansion. We are not able to get in there just yet. We'll open that, I think, on our way out. I think it's maybe like a shortcut, like we can get in there and fight some of the enemies and get some of the like chests and things that we're going to be after on later returns. Snake is off. Time to kill the goat.
Now, focus your attack.
Alright, the goat's done. Yeah, so these chimeras are easy now. They were a bit more of a threat earlier on in the game. By which I mean they were a huge threat early on in the game, but now they're just no big deal. Rift Crystal, Jewel of Vicissitude? Something like that, I think I saw. So yeah, not bad. Couple of chimera fights. No big deal anymore. They're only slightly tougher than your average goblin. Aha, mining points. Let's see if we get anything rare or unique here. Sorrowstone, we have gotten a bunch of those in the past. They're nothing special. Silverware, we've gotten those a lot in the past as well. Lodestone, we've only run into a few of those so far, so they're
And it's a long fall down.
not necessarily rare, but something we haven't run into too much in the game. 10,000 coins, always welcome. Lodestone. I'm gonna have to... Ooh, gold ore. Gold ore is fantastic. So, let's see. Check the map. Healing Spring, yeah, Blighted Manse, rear entrance. There is some stuff down there, so maybe I'm going to explore that area a little bit. Although that's under the bridge. Well, it looks... We trapped here? I think we have to go... I think we have to slide down anyway. Maybe? No. Aha, okay. So, we are going to go down there.
Table scraps, perhaps? From a giant bird, looks like. The winds here are strong, though they ease as one climbs higher.
Yep, so as you just heard Lucy comment, the wind down below in this canyon will be a bit of an issue. Not an issue so much, but
There's more bloodthirsty
something
than
we're gonna
a
have to deal with.
And protect my fellow.
It's just like the windy cavern that we went through on our way to Blue Moon Tower in the Griffin hunting quest. The winds will just push you around and kind of make your life a little more uncomfortable, a little more difficult to get through. And then there's wolves in here that we have to fight. We don't have to fight, but there are dire wolves in here. Kind of make this even more irritating to try to fight them and navigate the winds, because like if I just stand still, it'll push me back slowly. And it's a bit tough to try to move forward. Although it also doesn't help that my character is painfully slow because I am such a pack rat and I have to pick up so many items. That's okay though. So this bridge that we're underneath right now, that's how we're actually going to get into the mansion. Traveler's Rest. Well,
Somewhat here. I was dispatched from the capital to aid in your travels, Arisen.
that's
I
convenient.
can offer you rest or see unwanted goods safely back to the inn in Grand Soren. It is my pleasure to serve. Just name it, sir.
Oh, and we could tweak our skills here as well. That's awesome. I'm going to drop off a bunch of stuff. Veteran Parry app. Doubles experience acquired from foes for a period of time. That's kind of cool. Not a thing that I really care about right now, but cool nonetheless. Now let's just drop off all this junk here. Seeker's token, blank scroll, don't need those. Don't need all this extra equipment. The guard's armor is super, super, super heavy, but we kind of need that for our quest, so that's probably why I'm so over-encumbered. Brosial meat, definitely going to drop that off, don't want to carry that around. I will drop off the sour meat. Beast steak.
Just come again.
I don't think I've gained any
Just name it,
ranks.
sir. Well, what say you?
Ooh, I have. I'm rank 2. Let's learn Tusk Toss Sword. Back kick, not terribly useful. Moving Castle, that's a shield skill, interesting. Triad Shot would be the 3 arrows in a horizontal wedge pattern. Puncture Dart, it pierces through enemies, can hit lots of enemies in a line. As it mentions in the description there, very, very powerful when combined with status effect arrows like poison arrows or blind arrows, those sorts of things. Core skills, I have all of those from playing as the other classes. So here's the interesting thing about the Assassin and most of their augments. Most of the augments only trigger at nighttime. So increase your stamina, but only at night. And it gives you, I believe, like a significant boost at night. More than just the standard increase your stamina augments that I got as like a strider or something. So there's going to be a lot of those that make things better. Watchfulness halves the severity of wounds you sustain when your blade is sheathed. So if you're just sprinting through an area and enemies are like, you know, shooting arrows at you or something, you will take half damage because you don't have your weapons out. So that's nice. Increase your stamina only at night. We're going to see a lot more of these sorts of things. So yeah, the augments are going to be interesting. I don't know that I'm going to use too many of them, but they are fairly interesting. And we learn Tusk Toss, which I'm actually not going to equip. Didn't learn anything else, did I? No. Okay, well, that's a shame.
Just name it, sir.
But if we gain another rank or 2 in this immediate area, then we will be able to deal with that. So that's kind of cool. Okay, we're down, going that way. That's Windworn Valley. Yeah, this is the whole area. Like, that's the same wind that we have trouble with if we proceed down that way towards Blue Moon Tower. So I'm going to loop back up and around and head towards the mansion, and I'm actually going to end the video here. I'm just going to walk a little bit off screen, and in the next video, we are headed into the Duke's manse to try to rescue his wife, who, for whatever reason, we feel like he's attempting to murder his wife. So that's creepy, and we're going to save her. So thank you for joining me, everybody, and I will see you in the next video.